Hey guys, True Chiz Gaming here. Welcome back to the Stanley Parable. First, we're going to set our favorite time like it told us to do in the last episode. So let's go ahead and do that. It's my favorite time, 1111. Ah, 11:11 a.m., your favorite time of day. Or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate 11:11 a.m. is. Let's use another slider to find out. How accurate is 11:11 a.m.? You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders, but we have gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip a couple new ones up. Should be ready by the next time you boot up the game. We're playing a whole new game here in Stanley Parable. Let's go ahead and just begin the game and, make some new choices. I think there are a few I haven't done yet, so... By a few, I mean a lot. Oh, yeah, sorry, skip. Hard skip. New content?
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Oh, new content! Oh no. New content? No, help! I'm sorry! Wait, hold up. Wait! Oh, this kind of...
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh!
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Okay.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley
Wait,
Parable
what?
Ultra
Hold on.
Deluxe.
Hold on, wait, I wasn't ready.
Sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Wait, can I go back? Can I go... Okay, I guess I can't. Wait, I wasn't ready.
Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing...
Even the narrator doesn't know what's going on.
Is it broken?
Oh, no.
What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
What is going on?
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious.
Yeah, and the elevator's not looking good.
Oh, okay. Let's see the content.
Oh, here we go, here we go.
Stanley.
What happens if I just stand here? I'm scared. I'm really scared. Okay. What? What is this?
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
I can jump. I can jump now. This is the greatest thing in my life. Oh, and I'm out of jumps. Okay. That's it then. Guess.
Is that it?
All right.
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
I guess not. Please tell me there's something else.
Another elevator.
All right, we're going
Stanley,
up. That's
I
a good
have to
sign.
say, Initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
I mean,
if this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. Hours of new content right there.
Okay, sure.
I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box.
I kind of enjoyed the jumping.
Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content.
All right. Now you're just being sarcastic. Yeah, yeah.
Good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
I'm not. No. What is this? Just what in the world is this environment? Thank you for enjoying the new. What do you mean?
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
No.
This is what happens when greedy video game developers
That's
with
it?
no respect for their fan
Oh,
base
hey, look, I'm
rush
under
a
here.
cheap expansion to market for no reason
Like this.
other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Twitter accountable.
It's my fault, Stanley.
Cancel
I
them.
built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Oh, that sounded ominous. Oh, what? You just did it for me. I didn't even get a choice. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. This is different. Hold on. Hold up. This is totally different. Whoa.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Okay. A coffee cup? Seriously? Oh, man.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be?
We're in a
got me
vent.
Thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be.
No, you're one of those
I made
people.
Something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
What?
Just our little secret.
Wait,
Take
what?
a look.
What is this?
I call it
Dude,
the Memory Zone.
this is so
It's where I've been
retro.
storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the
Dude.
experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Dude, this is sick. Yo.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was
Look at that.
before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of
Whoa.
2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something.
Yo.
Waste.
That's funny. This is sick. Hold on, let me get a thumbnail. Oh yeah. I don't even know if I'm gonna use that. Yo. This is so cool. Like this, wow. And you think, oh, like the other area, like the award ceremony area, was chock full of references, but and the museum area was chock full of references, but this is so retro. Oh man, it's so cool. Maybe I'll get a thumbnail here. Whoa, music! Holy cow, no way!
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism.
I wanna go
10
back and
out
listen
of
to the
10
music.
From Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created. Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them. And now,
well,
it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore.
all right, man. You're getting
It's just a
to
husk now.
what's the
A
what?
lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator.
You sound like a Gen 1er.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect.
Well, it's not
It
perfect.
didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content.
I mean, it was only 9 out of
It
10
just
though.
needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
The serious room? Well, I can't get in there, so I'm just gonna have to pass on that.
These were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
Can I get a drink?
What's this?
No,
What's
I'm a
down
little
here?
thirsty, but whatever.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor.
Oh,
I haven't
no.
looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
Oh dear.
Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
I would hope so. The game is good. I mean,
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny.
Oh, no.
With his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
can I drive this? No? Ah, man. That Steam review is right. It's not looking good for you, buddy. It's not looking good for you, narrator. Hey, there's an up. There's an uppy. There's an uppy. There's a downy.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
No!
You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
You're not!
Goodness, this is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't.
There's a gnat!
Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure.
Oh,
I let
buddy.
these people down.
No!
Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
It's always been great, man. I heard about it even in my youngling days as a young boy of a gamer. Alright?
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Well, sometimes you do have to stop
Well,
doing
yes.
something if you
Yes,
actually
I
want to
can
listen
do
to
that.
the
If
narrator.
I'm truly
But
too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead. For just a
no,
moment
no,
surely
buddy,
could help.
no.
Not if it means we can strike these negative
No,
reviews from the
no.
record.
Also, there's a
Only
gnat.
Positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything. for
That's
the
a big
cousin of
boat.
Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall
I don't
have.
want a skip button. No, I don't want it. Oh, okay.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot.
I don't
I'll pop
want
you
it.
forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right
I
past
don't
it.
want
It's
it.
what the players have been asking for.
But
and I'm
I
very proud to
don't
have delivered.
Want
no
it.
more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make
No,
me shut up.
I don't want to.
We'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue.
Okay.
It goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so
You guys
forth,
don't
until
understand.
inevitably we all,
That baby
until the
game, I
end
was
of
willing to
time,
sit there for
at
4
which
hours.
time
I just didn't have the
everything
time.
will
I will
now
sit
you
here for
see,
this
blah, blah,
monologue.
blah, blah, blah,
Okay?
blah, blah,
I will.
blah, blah,
I will.
blah, blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, no.
No,
until
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
that the
I've got a whole
logical
room I can
elimination
walk
of
in
the
circles
secrets,
around,
the
okay?
deduction therefore
I'm not.
becomes
No,
impossible
I'm
to
not.
manufacture.
I'm not
It's
arguing
been
with you about
on for
this.
nearly 10,000
You're
years,
spouting
until just
nonsense. You're
yesterday,
spouting
here and there,
nonsense.
forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime.
That doesn't even make sense. Oh,
It's the
shush.
only thing there is. How many billions?
You don't think I'll listen to
so
you?
much more than
I
forever
literally have been
ago,
listening to you
which
this
is why
entire
I
time.
say,
I'm gonna
the
finish this
story
dialogue.
and
I'm
the
gonna do it.
choices,
Oh, you're repeating now?
and
Is that what
therefore,
this
by
is? You're
becoming it
repeating?
is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the
Oh,
end of
you're so
time,
funny.
At which time, and the choices, or what have you,
Okay,
and
fine.
therefore,
I'll hit
by
the
becoming
skip
it is,
button, but I
so
don't
on and
like
so
the fact
forth,
that I'm
until
going to do that.
inevitably
Okay.
we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long
I could have gotten there.
Unnecessary verbal flourishes and
Ah, man, I could have
on the
waited.
nature of choice. All right, here we go. Treatise, manifesto.
Okay.
Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one
There's
was,
no door.
well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
I'm a little scared.
It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go?
That's what I just
Wasn't there
asked.
a door that led into this room?
It was?
I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place?
It's a good
I don't
question.
think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window
Well-
or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button. To
I
go
don't see one,
anywhere
though.
Other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall?
Yeah.
Is there any possibility that you
Yeah.
could, say, slam your body
Yeah.
into the wall until enough damage is done
Yeah.
for you to be able to leave? Please,
Yeah.
I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work
Yeah.
with me here. We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise.
I want a
You
door.
just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please do not press the skip button. Just wait here. Wait here for me.
I
and don't
would
press
have.
the skip button.
Okay, I would have normally. I would have normally not pressed the
I'll
skip
be right
button,
back.
but I've already committed to it now, so I'm gonna do it.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button. And if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here. And more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my
Oh,
head,
it
I
looped.
just couldn't ignore
I don't think I was
negative
supposed to
feedback.
wait long enough for it to loop.
Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Come, let us sit in silence together here for just a moment. Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
Yeah, alright. Okay. I could be silent. I could not talk. I could not talk. I could be silent. I could do that. I could do that real well. I could totally do that. I could definitely do that. Like I could yeah. I could totally yeah. Yeah, I don't need to make noise. I don't need to speak. I don't need to be that guy. You know, I don't gotta do it. I don't gotta do it. Okay, I don't gotta do it. Alright? I don't have to. Alright. Okay. I could do it.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life.
Are you done? Okay.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. They gnashed their teeth and said, "Enter."
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
It's a big hole. Maybe I can finally get out of here. Not yet. How about now? Surely I can make it out now. And climb a tree or something. No? Oh, well, they're all dead. Oh, that's creepy. Whoa. Hole! Whoa. Whoa. Okay. That one took a while, but we're back. New content.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'll take new content.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this Ultra Deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this Ultra Deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
What?
Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
What?
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
What?
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Whoa.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Oh, okay. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Oh, I highly doubt that.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Okay, let's test your little thing out.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
Fine.
Just play along.
I'm
I
Jim.
promise you'll love it.
I am Jim
Okay,
now.
Here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim.
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the
Oh,
backstory.
sorry.
If you don't properly role play as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this
Sorry,
button. Otherwise,
sorry.
it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name.
Sorry, of course. Yes,
Okay,
sorry.
we're doing it again.
Yeah.
And this time, let me finish
I'm
first.
sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Now, allow yourself to become Jim.
Jim.
Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim. Playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim. Staying up all night for a popcorn and horror movie sleepover as Jim.
Ah, Jim.
Developing a crippling substance addiction as Jim. Rediscovering yourself through fringe religious groups as Jim. And finally, dying a slow death at an old age, surrounded by members of your cult as Jim. Do you feel it in your soul? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If all right, fine, whatever. It's
What?
just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you
I didn't
happy
mean
now?
to. I thought it was ready.
I'm done with this button.
I thought it was
Why don't you
ready.
Humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on.
Jim.
See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name the button says, but no. Instead, I can't even
Jim.
think about it. I'm taking the Jim button away.
Jim.
No.
Jim.
Yeah, I kind of deserved that there at the end. I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to. I really am trying to be a nice player. I really am. I am accidentally making all the wrong decisions, and I am sorry. I'm just trying to be a nice
let
guy.
people named Jim play the Stanley Parable too. They would appreciate what I've created here. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later. Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Ooh, Stepniece just sounds a little too sus for me.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually
You're gonna
really
pick the
wanted
opposite,
all
aren't you?
along.
Yeah.
Happy 12th Birthday, Stepniece, it is.
You're the creep. Okay, this isn't my fault. All right, you're the creep. Okay.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on. Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward
Whoa.
for video games as a medium.
Okay.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
I don't know. I kind of dig this.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
I don't know. I kind of dig this. I'm kind of down for this, actually. I can get behind this.
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
What?
Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity.
Is that the
From
end?
one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole.
I did
You
find the
found
bottom
out,
of the hole.
Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
I like that song.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Do anything else you want to say to me while I'm down here? Huh? Look at these moves. I stayed in the broom closet for quite a long time last time. Whee! Okay,
Great.
fine.
Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel. A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, It's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
I get the bucket.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
I love this bucket.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they?
Yes.
All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Can I take this with me? Oh, yes. This is my bucket now.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
I don't think they
There
do.
really should be an award if it isn't already.
I want the merch. Hold on. That's a QR. Could we just give me a sec. Give me a sec. StanleyParable2.com. That's funny. That's very funny. It's got a whole YouTube video and everything. That's great. That's great. I'll put a link down to that in the description below. You guys can check that out. That's great. The jump circle.
Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Seriously? Man. Get yours right now. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement. No more steps. It just works. Get yours right now.
Here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
I want it. Darn you. Okay, fine. I'm not happy about it.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Collectibles.
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them.
Ah, like a real video game.
For the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up, you simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life. God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic. All right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now? So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes,
I love
know
it.
It's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
It's beautiful.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay.
I like it, actually. I
Hold
kind of
on.
like it.
Let me
It's
do a
cute.
different arrangement.
It's cute. Oh.
Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Oh, it's worse.
Who am I kidding, Stanley?
It's much
This
worse.
isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh. Oh. Oh, wow, that looks great, actually.
Stanley worked for a company in
Oh!
a building where he would.
Oh, I saw some of those new
And then one day,
balloons.
something very peculiar happened.
Oh,
Something
it's got a
that
2 in it.
forever
It's got a
changed
2.
Stanley.
Alright, Stanley Parable 2. Let's see what you got. Other than balloons.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Yeah, I got the bucket. I got it.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
You got it.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever.
It's true.
Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion
What?
and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk? That it
Yeah,
has
wow,
to resort
broom
to this
closet.
stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the
Wow,
bucket?
wow,
Stanley,
that's not
I never
cool.
liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined.
Yeah, that's cold, man. That's cold, broom
Now,
closet.
The broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends. That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient.
No.
That your life is so banal and meaningless.
No.
You don't feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your
How
path.
dare
in some
you.
partially enticing manner.
That's
Well,
just-
I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it.
You,
Tell the
broom closet.
off for its demeaning
You're
Expand on the wide variety
suckish.
of experiences you and the bucket have shared together.
Yeah, we've
Go through each of them.
we walked from
Share
that
your
one
journal
room
entries detailing the rich
to
emotional
the other
landscape
room.
of
We
your
walked
feelings
we
for the
walked
bucket as
we
they
walked
changed
to
and evolved over the years.
oh,
Let them
years.
have it.
Years. We walked from two rooms back down a couple of hallways.
Okay.
Open
I've
the door
got you
and-
something which I think will
and-
help settle this debate once and for all.
Thank
Here
you.
We go.
Oh, yeah.
No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet.
Yeah.
With all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
Yeah. Take that. Take that.
All right, I've got a second sticker back here,
Oh.
and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate.
Nice. Yeah.
See? I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket.
Yeah.
That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket.
Nice.
There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
Nice. Nice.
You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment.
That's
And to be
just
honest,
cold.
I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies.
easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Alright, broom closet, now it's just you and me. Well, I'm gonna be on my way now.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. You found one of them. One of the miniature
Yay!
Stanley figurines.
Stanley
Remember,
figures.
No reward for collecting all of these.
No,
Only
but
the
it'll feel
intrinsic
good.
Pleasure of a job well done.
Yeah.
You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come
Nice.
across one of these
Oh,
beautiful
I'm feeling it, and it
figurines.
feels good.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos.
Thank you, bucket.
It would be with him, always.
Bucket.
The bucket would. And he knew it. The
Bucket.
two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender
Bucket.
spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk.
Bucket.
Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
Bucket.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Yeah, bucket.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands?
Mini stands. Stanley
What
figs.
about Stanlerines?
Stanlerines.
Yes, I think I like that.
Yeah.
Another Stanlerine under your belt. The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket.
The bucket.
Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
I sneezed on the bucket.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
I could jump down there, but I won't. I won't. This time. I'll go the way he wants me to go this first time round. Just to see what he says about the bucket.
And Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
Where's 427?
Everyone
That's
in
me.
the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears.
No, bucket,
Stanley
no.
held it gently,
It's
reassuring
okay.
it that everything would be fine.
It's okay, bucket. Look, there's my office. You see that? You see my office? Ready? Bam. There it is. See that, bucket? It's all okay. It's all gonna be okay, bucket.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
No.
Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do?
Bucket, no.
What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Bucket, you couldn't be. You couldn't be mind controlled.
He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At
Bucket.
this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
The bucket.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world.
Stanley and
They
Bucket.
high-fived in a really cool way.
Bam!
And the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Oh, Bucket. You sassy Sue.
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
On?
But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on
Bucket,
the
how
controls.
could you?
Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the
Bucket,
have
no!
betrayed him like this?
Bucket!
Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds.
Bucket.
Silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
Oh. That one. Oh!
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along?
Bucket,
Stanley
you
marveled at the mental
genius.
genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Well, that's all the time I have for this episode, but if you guys want to see more, just check out the next one whenever it comes out. But until then, subscribe to the channel so you know when it comes out. Until then, peace and prosperity. Later.
Stanley liked the video and subscribed to the channel. He then clicked on one of the other videos on screen. Not picking up very well on cues, Stanley watched this video to the very last second.